For the longest time, I treated the notch's control like an intensity knob. Sweep sounding weak, push it up. Not enough movement, push it up again. It kept changing the sound without ever getting more intense. Phaser Flanger hands you the notch count directly, which most phasers won't do. Hardware units give you a stage switch and expect you to know that 4 stages means 2 notches. Live skips that step entirely. A low count gives you a broad, gentle sweep, almost like a slow filter moving through the track. Push it high and the notch is packed together tightly enough that the whole thing starts to sound vocal, with formant-like resonances sliding around inside the sound. But the count only tells you how many. Spread decides where they go. Pull spread down, and the notches cluster into one narrow region, and that's where the throaty resonant character comes from. Push it up, and they scatter across the full spectrum, which reads as wide and airy instead. Same count, completely different result. And center sets where that whole pattern sits. The default puts it down around 118 Hz, so all of that motion is happening in your low mids. Move center up into the low kilohertz, and it lands on the part of the signal you actually hear as presence. Here's what proves the count isn't the intensity control. A low notch count with high feedback hits harder than a high count with the feedback at 0. Feedback and amount decide how much you hear. Notches, spread, and center decide what you're hearing. So set your feedback and amount first for the movement you want, then leave them alone and shape the character with the other 3. Want to master Ableton? Comment Ableton and I'll DM you a link.